There are so many conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk's murder, most of which are flourishing on the right. And I want to remind you that the person in custody right now, the alleged shooter, is himself, by all accounts, appears to be a right winger. And the administration and others are desperately trying to propagandize the American public that somehow he came from the left. NBC News over the weekend was reporting that they can't find a link. They can't find it yet. The administration still continues to blame the left because they want to exploit the murder of this man to consolidate power with an insane person, which is Kanks, and erode everybody's civil liberties. And so the person in charge of this investigation is a guy named Kash Patel. Kash Patel was a lawyer. And never really like a dynamic lawyer early in his career. And then he was a podcaster. And while he was a podcaster, he went after the FBI and the deep state and swore that these Epstein files needed to be released. That for Kanks is all you needed to do. And of course, he talked about how great he thought Donald Trump was ad nauseum on his podcast. So Trump appoints a very unqualified conspiracy theorist to the FBI. Over the weekend, the FBI director put out the following tweet as an update about the investigation. Put this up, Kylie. As the director of the FBI, I am committed to ensuring the investigation into Charlie Kirk's assassination is thorough and exhaustive, pursuing every lead to its conclusion. The full weight of America's law enforcement agencies are actively following the evidence that has emerged, but our efforts extend beyond initial findings. We are examining every facet of this assassination. We are meticulously investigating theories and questions, including the location from where the shot was taken, the possibility of accomplices, the text message confession and related conversations, Discord chats, the angle of the shot and bullet impact, how the weapon was transported, hand gestures observed as potential signals near Charlie at the time of his assassination, and visitors to the alleged shooter's residence in the hours and days leading up to September 10, 2025. Some details are known today, while others are still being pursued to ensure every possibility is considered. Our primary focus is to complete the investigation and deliver justice. To protect the integrity of the investigation and subsequent prosecution, we cannot release every piece of information we have to the public right now. We will ensure every question is addressed at the appropriate moment. Then he goes into another conspiracy theory about this private plane that allegedly dropped off of radar. And he's basically saying that's bullshit. And then he says the entire FBI mourns the loss of Charlie Kirk. We'll see him in Valhalla. No, I'm kidding. He said that in a different press conference. Leave this up for just a second, Kylie. This is so stunning, you guys, because all the hand signal stuff, these are like at-home detectives on the far right that are viewers and listeners of his former podcast. And he knows he has a big problem because he's a part of that community. He's a part of the community that eroded the trust in the FBI and their investigations. He has been a player in the reason nobody is buying what's coming out from him, because he eroded all trust in law enforcement in the same way that Charlie Kirk, said that everybody should have guns. A lot of these people are all of a sudden living in the culture that they helped create. And so he is having, the director of the FBI is having to go on here and address conspiracy theories, you guys, because the right wing, MAGA, is very fractured about this, and all trust in law enforcement and government institutions has eroded because of conspiracy theorists like the now director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation,
who, on top of being a conspiracy theorist and completely unqualified, is completely incompetent. The only thing I'm surprised he didn't add here was Benjamin Netanyahu has denied the assassination of Charlie Kirk by Israel 6 times. That's the only thing he's missing in this.
Okay. And then it gets even weirder, you guys. So on right wing, everybody's on the right wing. and I've spent some time studying it, so I know what they're talking about. They're concerned that there wasn't an exit wound. I know this is graphic, but all of us have watched murder mysteries and blood spatter stuff, and there's no blood spatter on the tent behind him. I never thought about this. I mean, the whole thing was so traumatizing to see, but a lot of at home detectives on the right wing manosphere are all over this. So, Fox News has come out with the following statement: Man of Steel, Charlie Kirk's body stopped a bullet that would typically just go through everything. And it was an absolute miracle. Nobody else was killed, his surgeon told Turning Point. So now you have the propaganda arm of this administration saying that the bullet, basically, his body stopped it. The fact that this is even being addressed, the fact that Benjamin, as Pump said, Benjamin Netanyahu has made 6 statements that Israel had nothing to do with this. The fact that the director of the FBI is addressing every single conspiracy theory is wild to me. And it makes me realize nothing that's coming out about this, nothing can be trusted.
Absolutely. I completely agree, particularly when all of their focus thus far has been on the left wing. And it's like your problem is in the right wing echo chambers of the media. But those are the exact chambers you're not looking at because those people support you because they don't give a shit. But the Fox News thing, I just thought, surely they don't think we're that fucking stupid. But then I thought, yeah, they do because that's who their viewer is.
Yes, and when you talk about miracles to that audience who is hyper religious and thinks about the earth and life in terms of spiritual warfare and miracles and this very weird iron age type of logic, they Christian signal
Yeah.
to pass the propaganda. And so the use of the word miracle was intentional to their very religious audience, that, oh, God, prevented the bullet from moving through. Now, some of the people on the right wing aren't buying any of this shit, and why Fox jumped into the fray, I think we all know, is because they'll do anything to support Trump's plans. But this thing just gets weirder and weirder. And as you are focusing on the news as this ramp up to authoritarianism and very alarming news stories hit every day, I want to share with you all one of the most helpful tools that I use in understanding the right, understanding the center, and understanding the left is an app called Ground News. They are one of our favorite sponsors, and they're basically the Spotify of news. And let me give you an example of how you can understand left media versus right media. Here's a left-leaning story headline: Trump could deploy 1,000 troops to Louisiana cities until 2026. Report. And this on ground news, it tells me that it has a very high factuality, that basically the whole article is full of facts. And then a similar headline on the right: Trump administration drafts plan to activate 1,000 National Guard troops pending Republican governor support, report claims. And this tells me that it's a far right news organization. It has a very low factuality. And so this is a very helpful way, as we all need to stay engaged, to make sure you're getting the correct news and you're reading facts in your news. So listener, I recommend that you join us by going to groundnews.com/IHIP to get 40% off the Ground News Vantage plan that Pumps and I use every single day. They're subscriber funded, and our favorite part is that they are female founded. By subscribing, you're not only getting a tool we all need today, you're also supporting our work. That's GroundNews news.com/IHIP. And we've linked it right below in the show notes. So Pumps, as all of this is going on with the director of the FBI, incompetent conspiracy theorist, nut way over his skis, Pam Bondi getting these text messages from Trump that he accidentally publicly tweets or intentionally publicly embarrassed her. I mean, who knows?
Right.
I want you to go after my enemies. I want you to cook the books. I just want to remind everybody, because the legacy news doesn't put enough emphasis on this. All of these people are doing all this illegal, corrupt shit for this guy. Here he is speaking over the weekend. Play the clip.
Armenia and Azerbaijan, going on for years. They came to my office, the two leaders, two great guys. One was there 22 years, one was there 7. And they both said during the entire term of their office, all they did was kill people on the other side. And now they're sitting in my office, and they're at the Oval Office. It's pretty wide. And they had one over here, one over there. And slowly, over the course of about an hour, they came close. And at the end of an hour, we were hugging each other and holding hands. It was an amazing thing. And we settled that war. That
They
was
just had a little menage a trois.
trouble, as the expression goes. Cambodia and Armenia, it was just starting, and it was a bad one. Think of that. And we have, let's see, Cambodia.
Okay. Everything he just said is a lie. I don't think that the world leaders and Trump did a little slap and tickle in the Oval and just started inching towards each other until they all fell into each other's arms. That's bullshit. Cambodia and Armenia are 6,000 miles away from one another, have never had conflict. I don't even know if the two countries speak to each other. So he's just sitting here freeballing, making shit up all the time. And this is who these used to be serious Republicans that used to believe in national security. I'm looking at like Marco Rubio, who used to try to find ways to work with Democrats. They're right wingers, we're left wingers, but how can we work together to make this country safe? They've all sold themselves down the river for this man right here. It's crazy.
Well, and you know what's interesting is like every other, of course, as president, you're going to say things that have to be cleaned up by your press office. You know, oh, it was, you know, he misspoke. You've seen that 100 times. This administration doubles down on all the bullshit lies he says and tries to make them like they're true. There is zero cleanup on aisle fucking nuts because they just continue to double down
because
on
it would make him look weak. And in the effort of propping up a strong man, everybody has to prop him up, even when he lies. And so I just want to leave you all with one last thing. This is who everybody on the right wing, from voters all the way up to people surrounding this man, they are losing their integrity, their credibility, their moral compass for this fucking guy. It's crazy. Play the clip.
You're going to see the biggest cuts in drug prices, which is going to be great for every aspect: Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, everything. It's going to have numbers. I mean, we're going to literally be cutting prices by 500%, 600%. Drugs that sell for $88 in London are selling for $130. You know, think of it, $1,300 for, I call it the fat killer. I don't know if it works or not, but it didn't work for a friend of mine who called me. He said he's a very successful guy, seriously obese, seriously, highly neurotic, but a brilliant businessman. You need those qualities sometimes, you know?
Okay, you guys, this is what psychiatrists call the flight of ideas. I mean, first of all, he clearly didn't make it out of math class.
No.
Reducing things by 500, 600% means that when you go buy something, you're getting money for it. But he will continue to do this. The right-wing Christian nationalists that claim that they are the party of national security, they are the party that loves America, are allowing this man to implement Project 2025, and they are halfway through. And their plan is to completely strip America of all of its power and for us to live in isolation and literally make the Handmaid's Tale. But people thought we were being hyperbolic, and it's just literally happening. All right, that's all we have for this episode. We'll see you all later today.